All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. We might have some people still coming in with the way A1A is and everything, but figure we'll go ahead and get started. And we do have a couple of new faces that aren't necessarily very used to Wallace Pierson Travel. This is our 45th year in business. We started out as the travel agency on Fernandina Beach because back then there was the travel agency, the grocery store, and the gas station.
Oh, wow.
About 5 years ago, we rebranded to Wallace Pierson Travel, and same team, just wanted to refresh for all the newbies in our area. Way back in 1996, we joined a really great consortium called Virtuoso, and that means a lot of really great added value for our clients. It's truly all about relationships in the Virtuoso network between suppliers and the advisors and our clients. Everybody having great relationships together, and we like to say we actually are specialists in our clients, not in a specific destination, although we do have specialties like Disney. But we really try to have great relationships with our clients and make every trip very personal. So with things like that, we've been kind of continuing to evolve, and we've recently been able to acquire Miss Sarah, and she is our Disney exclusive specialist. She knows everything Disney related and is going to stick with just that. And so we wanted to really highlight her, let her kind of tell you a little bit about what she brings to the table that you might really benefit from. In addition to being able to collaborate and do things on your own, it's nice to have someone that knows all the ins and outs and the questions you don't know to ask and that kind of thing. And then Sarah will introduce Bruce, who is actually working with Disney and our super great partner, and we just love all the energy, and we'll look forward to having some question and answer time afterwards.
Thank
So
you.
thank you.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be working with Wallace Pierson. They just have a wonderful reputation in the community, and it was sort of a privilege to be asked to work for them. I do love Disney. I've been going there since I was a child and have wonderful fond memories, you know, of growing up, going with my grandparents, my parents, and my siblings, and then went on some trips in middle school, high school, and then took a long break. And when I went back as an adult the first time, we had a third grader, which is the age my younger one is now, and we booked a pretty extensive trip. We stayed 2 different hotels. We did the dining plan. It was a pretty amazing adventure. We ended up losing our camcorder. We broke our digital camera, and it was still the best vacation we had ever taken in our lives. And we thought, well, there's obviously something different about this place. It's pretty magical, you might say. So we just became addicted, and we started going back as often as we could. We could not go back as much as we would have liked to, but we went, starting after our second child was born, we went about once a year until about 5 years ago we became annual pass holders, and now we've worked up to about once a month we go down, ideally. Sometimes we take a little break, but we like to go down several times a year, so we do love it. We have stayed in about half of the hotels. We've stayed in about 13 of the properties, I think, so far. We've also stayed off property. We have done the dining plan. We have stayed club level. We've stayed in suites. We've done the value resorts. We have done absolutely everything that that there is to do there, and we just absolutely still love it and find something new every time.
You're hired.
You can't have yourself. That's right.
So we obviously love it, and there's just we just think there's a lot to see and do, a lot of things that people, even if they go several times, even if they think they know it, there are a few little hidden things here and there that we've been able to discover. I love to research, and so I'm always looking at what is coming and what is next, and it is always changing. And so there is sort of a lot, there are a lot of components to each Disney trip, and so that's why I'm happy to help clients sort of sift through all the information, customize it so that their family is getting just the best value and making wonderful memories. So we do have, there are lots of different options for VIP opportunities. Bruce is going to touch on those in a little bit, so I'm not really going to go into detail. But there are some great advantages, and there are a variety. He will talk about the VIP guides, and then there are also just some little sort of VIP bookable experiences, a dining event that goes along with some seating, things like that that are a little bit more middle of the road and available, to everybody. There are tours at all 4 of the parks, and Magic Kingdom has a really special one called Keys to the Kingdom that is adults only, over 16, because you get to go downstairs into the utilidors. And so you get to see the inner workings, and this is the 2nd story of Magic Kingdom. You're above an entire system of where all the food is, prepared, and all the cast members are going to and from, because Walt didn't want to see a cowboy walking through Tomorrowland. He didn't want to see those 2 lands intertwined. He wanted everything to have its own space. So they created the utilidors, and it really is very amazing to see. So I think that's a special thing. We also have stumbled across all of the little hidden things, like you can count the chameleons that are hidden underneath Rapunzel's tower in the garden. And there's a wish book that your child or grandchild can write a wish in Pinocchio's village house. There's just lots of sweet little special things that I know about and can sort of guide you towards, so that you make a point to see that and have that special moment with your child. We love Epcot. It's probably my favorite park. They have festivals for most of the year. The summer really is the only time that there's not a festival at this point. There's Festival of the Arts going on right now that has all sorts of interactive, gorgeous, amazing things to do and see. Then in the spring is Flower and Garden Festival, which is self-explanatory. Mm-hmm. And in the fall is Food and Wine Festival, which is the longest running, I think, and the biggest. Lots of things to do, lots of booths, and the culinary demonstrations. They have wine seminars and tequila tastings, and I mean, it is just so much fun for everyone. We've even taken she was 8 at the time, our younger child has gone to a culinary demonstration. She loved it, and she ate a radish for the very first time and thought it was wonderful. I was like, well, we're sold. And then Festival of the Holidays is over Christmas, and that's when Candlelight Processional is. And that is just a really special Christmas exclusive event where they have a celebrity narrator that comes in and tells the story of the first Christmas. He or she reads from the Bible, and there is a beautiful full orchestra, choir made of cast members and high schoolers. And it is just the most meaningful, wonderful way to kick off the holiday season. We will not miss it. We love it every single year. It's really, really special. So those are a few of the reasons we adore Epcot. Hollywood Studios has the newest fun things to do right now. They've got Toy Story Land that just opened this summer, with 2 new rides and one that has been incorporated into Toy Story Land, the wonderful Toy Story Midway Mania. And next on the docket for Hollywood Studios is Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So for all of the super Star Wars fans, it will be immersive. It will be like you are in the movie, and you can't miss it. There are some neat things like Dining with an Imagineer at Hollywood Studios. There's 2 locations for Dining with an Imagineer, but that is when you get to speak with a cast member who works in an artistic or developmental capacity at the parks. They can sort of tell you about behind the scenes stuff, the inner workings of it. And we've done that, and it was a really memorable event. It is for adults as well, because of the pacing of the meal and the question and the answer that goes on. It's for 14 and up, I believe. And it's a hard reservation to get, and so I have to sort of keep an eye on it, but that's one of the many things that I'll be glad to do for my clients because it is not to be missed. Characters are very, very prevalent at Hollywood studios, and there are even a few little secret character things here and there that I can only tell you when you're my client and we have that privilege going on. Animal Kingdom is just a wonderful, very different theme park. It's amazing. They have lots of educational stuff. The behind the scenes tours are amazing. They'll do Wild Africa Trek is for ages 8 and up, and it's a long journey expedition through the safari, Kilimanjaro Safari attraction, and you do everything including walk over a rope bridge over the crocodile pit. You're harnessed in, so it's perfectly safe. but it's a really unique view that you don't get to see that when you're on a ride vehicle. So it's just very, very unusual, very special and memorable. They have Wilderness Explorers at Animal Kingdom, which is a little interactive adventure for kids to do, or even big kids. You get a little booklet and you go around to different stations. They're on a map, and you meet cast members all around the park, and they're from all different parts of the world. And they'll teach you about culture or history or animals, horticulture, and the kids get really into it. They love it, and they want to go through the whole book, and you could spend the entire day just going through that book and not ever get on a ride. So it is just a really special, interesting opportunity for kids to be able to interact with cast members, and the cast members are wonderful. There's a lot more that I could say. I'm trying to keep it brief, but there are about 400 dining locations, from very fancy restaurants all the way to the little carts. And I have probably eaten at most of them and can give you some suggestions on what would be best for your family, your kids. We love character dining, of course. We love signature meals. I go for the food, really, and so I've tried a little bit of everything there and can make very specific recommendations. And I will be glad to do fast passes. I was up at 7 o'clock yesterday making some, and it was very successful, and pleased with myself, and my client is pleased, so I'm happy to do that. Those have to be done 60 days in advance of the trip in order to get really primo times, and I'm very quick, and I've been doing it a long time, so I get really good times. Magic bands are what you will use for your room key if you're staying on property, your room charge, your admission ticket, and your fast passes. It's just an easy way. It's all on your wrist. You just tap right in, and it's a very easy, simple way for everybody to keep up. Yeah, there's one right there.
It's your turn.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's not going to get you dinner
That's it,
tonight.
Yeah, that's when you get in the door's locked.
That is a little bit of a problem when you get home and try to open your car.
Oh,
your
yeah,
house
yeah.
window. It's
Doesn't work at
probably
Starbucks,
not
yeah.
going to work. But we have stayed at a lot of the resorts, every level of resort that they have, and so I can make recommendations on those with experience behind that. There are 4 golf courses, and then there is a mini golf course, which is very difficult, and then there is a putt-putt course that is a little bit easier. So there's sort of a different level for every person interested in golf, and several spas, 3 that are very extensive, and then several more that have massage, have a few treatments at various hotels all around the property, and anybody can go to those. You don't have to be staying at the hotel where it is. I also am learning and loving learning about all the other destinations that Disney does. The cruises are second to none. Everyone that does them loves them and doesn't want to do any other cruise. Aulani, their Hawaiian resort, is spectacular and has the same level of detail and storytelling that the parks do, which is amazing. They have tons of activities for the whole family. They've got luau's and excursions, and it's very authentic. They took great pains to make it very classic Hawaiian and educational and informative, as well as fun, memorable, and fabulous. And then Adventures by Disney has these, what we're calling city tours. They're short escapes around, they have some in the continental US, and then there's some that are abroad as well, that are 3 or 4 day trips that are a little bit more manageable if kids are in school, that type of thing. But they also do their huge, amazing global adventures where you can spend up to a week or 2 in Japan or Australia. You can go to Norway, France. It's just your imagination can take you wherever wherever you want to go. So really, they've got something for everyone, and they are award-winning, almost all of them. And everyone who experiences them loves them. They just are so detail-oriented, so memorable. They're so thoughtful about the way that they present everything and manage everything. And I think that's why I love it. I love the parks because of that service and the value that we get. And so that's why we keep going back, and that's why I still love it and still find something new every time I go. So I just want to show that to people. I want to help people have their own wonderful experiences and memories, and hope that everybody has just a magical vacation.
Ready? Okay. My name is Bruce Livingstone. I'm the district sales manager for North Florida. There are 27 people that do what I do all over the country. I just happen to live in Orlando. So literally there's one in Seattle, there's one in San Francisco, there's one in Los Angeles, there's all over. But the cool thing is that I get to experience and live in the backyard of Disney World. So me, as a district sales manager, I represent 5 brands: Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney, and Alani. So we're not going to talk about Alani today, which is the little Hawaiian resort here, and we're not going to talk about Disneyland because we're flirting. Yes. Okay. So it looks like okay. So real quick, I'm going to go through the 4 parks. Right now, Disney's Hollywood Studios, this May 1st is going to celebrate their 30th anniversary. Does that make you feel old? Yeah. Well, Magic Kingdom celebrates 50 in 2 years. Whoa. 50, yeah, wow, crazy. Okay, so each park I'm going to go through something for everyone, something for kids, something for adventure thrillers, and what's coming up. Okay, so Disney's Hollywood Studios, something for everyone.
Oh, amazing.
There's the little ones. Yeah.
Oh,
just, hey, let it go. Okay. There's your Star Wars. There's your Star Wars experience. Okay. Yeah. I've never used that joke before.
Over the top.
Yeah. Okay. The Star Wars experience for the little ones, obviously, you know, and the little ones, Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Okay. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Jake and the Neverland.
Yeah. Oh, yes, okay. Okay. Thrilling Adventures. Okay, that's kind of a weird photo. It doesn't really look like that, but it's just the way it is. Rock and Roller Coaster, my favorite roller coaster. Yeah. Let it go. Yeah. Thrilling Adventures, Tower of Terror. Okay. Of course, Star Tours. What's coming? Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is in the old Great Movie Ride. Okay, so that's closed down. They're gutting that entire thing, and Mickey and Minnie are finally getting their own ride. Okay, yeah, just okay, and then of course the big one, fall of 2019. Okay, we're saying late fall, so that could be December 20th. Yeah, I personally think it's gonna be November. That's my inside scoop. Yeah. Okay, but it's opening in, let's say, November at Disney World, and probably in June. Because Bob Iger slipped the other day and said in June at Disneyland. So the same exact land is opening up in Disneyland, okay, out in California.
Where are they putting that? They taking something down to put that?
No,
it's
they
literally
west side.
it's like so close to the highway. I mean, they are butting right up against like the highway.
I know
So
it's in Tomorrowland.
yeah, they moved over. Like Fantasmic and the whole the riverboat and all that stuff.
I was
so
talking
that's
about Disneyland,
yeah,
sorry.
good. Yeah, Disneyland.
I thought that's what we were talking about, sorry.
Yeah, that's what we were talking, isn't it? But at Disney World, they took out Lights Motor Action at Hollywood Studios. That whole New York Streets of America,
Oh, yeah.
all gone. Yeah. So, okay, Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. If you haven't been, who's been to Avatar? Pandora. 1, 2. You're gonna always raise your hand. Yeah, okay. Okay, so Animal Kingdom, something for everyone. Of course, the animal sightings. Oh, there's my cousins. Yeah. Okay. Discover the magic of exotic animal sightings. Oh, how cute! The ears match the giraffe.
They just had a baby giraffe born.
Yes, I did see that. Yeah, I can get my news the same place you did. The blogs. Yeah, exactly. Okay, and then the nighttime entertainment is spectacular, which I don't think it's to the level of Illuminations, but it's still pretty cool. And then Illuminations, that's been running for many years, is now going away this year. So get down to see it because something new is coming. Okay, and then fun for the little ones, obviously. What kid doesn't love animals? Or fake animals. Like Lion King. There you go. Which is one of the greatest shows. Lion King, and of course, Finding Nemo. Okay, more the face painting, like Goofy. Okay, I'm not so sure that. Yeah, that's not for little ones. That's Thrilling Adventure. Okay. Yeah. Everest. Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then goes all the way up and then backwards.
No.
Yeah. Okay. That's your thrilling ride. There it is, right there. And the Yeti comes out to you. But of course, Pandora World of Avatar. If you haven't been on that, the coolest ride you'll ever see. And I will tell you, before I thought, turn off the camera, I thought the coolest ride was Harry Potter. Okay, at Universal. Yeah, we put a little competition for it. Okay, so Animal Kingdom theme park, water ride. Okay, moving right along. Then of course, Magic Kingdom. Who hasn't been to Magic Kingdom? Anyone? That's why you're all here. I love that. Okay. Fantasy becomes reality. Blah blah blah. Dreams come true. Okay. Now, that's the number one question we get at Magic Kingdom.
Is it
what time
down
is
2
3
o'clock?
break? Yeah.
Why is
Getting ready
that?
for the summer.
During Christmas and
Yeah. The scheduling.
because of the Halloween party.
Okay, so Thrilling Adventures, obviously, Magic Kingdom's more, it's kid-centric, because you don't want, you want the little kids to have it. There's your pirates. How cool is that? Something for Mickey, and then Epcot, of course. Okay, moving right along. Fun for the little ones. There's your Frozen ride, which, I mean, yeah, who doesn't love that song? Yeah. There's your Soarin', yeah, exactly. Illuminations. Okay, Test Track. There's your Thrilling Adventures. Back to Mission to Mars. And then water parks. Of course, there's 2 water parks. First of all, being Disney's Typhoon Lagoon water park, and then of course Typhoon Lagoon. Okay, and then Blizzard Beach, which I think it's so cool. You can be there in June and feel like it's winter, other than the temperature. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean the snow, the theming of it. It's like, oh, okay.
So a normal winter in Florida.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Disney Springs. If you haven't been to Disney Springs in the last, say, 2 or 3 years, you won't even recognize it. Okay. It is, I mean, literally they took it, dumped it upside down, and reimagined it. That's the big word. Reimagined it. Okay. So the shopping, the dining, the entertainment, most of the restaurants are not Disney owned and operated restaurants. So we've got outside company. It's the only place in the United States where there are 5 James Beard chefs working in one area. Okay, so that's big in itself. So there's some chain restaurants, the STKs of the world, but there's Boathouse right there. Yeah. But all the retailers coming in for shopping have been told, okay, you're coming here. Many of these retailers, this is their #1 revenue producing location.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they also have to have something unique that they only sell at Disney. So if you've got a store that sells all hats, they can't be selling those same hats at the mall in Toledo. Okay? So Disney Springs, the shopping really is cool. Plus if you're a cast member with a discount. Or a DVC member, or an annual pass. Yeah, exactly. Dining. Yeah. The big news yesterday at Disney was that Ghirardelli is not giving out samples.
I heard that.
You would have thought we took away the castle.
Well, they're not
Okay.
automatically, but you can ask.
Yeah, exactly. Entertainment, of course, Splitsville.
I can get rid of chocolate.
Okay, the Void. Okay, what's coming? Disney Quest was there before, and now this summer opens up the NBA Experience, which I think is interesting
Mm-hmm.
because it was at another park and didn't do well. Okay.
Oh, you're right.
So, yeah, exactly. Okay, special events, of course. If you haven't been for Halloween or Christmas time, Halloween pretty much August, all of September, October is the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, where everyone, even the adults, get dressed up and there's candy buckets everywhere. Okay, so little side note, I was telling some people I just took in 2 foster kids in August, and that was their first time ever to the Magic Kingdom. It was Mickey's Not So Scary. So I went with Spider-Man and Elsa. And so we go back a month later, they're like, where's the candy then? Sorry kids, yeah. Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, it's 75 days long, starting late August, all the way through to mid-November, that she mentioned. Okay, and then Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party through November and December. These are hard ticket events, so your ticket into the park obviously doesn't get you, it's a hard ticket event. But Sarah can help you with that. International Festival of the Arts going on right now. Epcot, as she said, is Festival City. The Flower and Garden Festival, in pretty much, March, April, May, and then June, July, August, and then August starts in with Food and Wine. Disney After Hours. There are certain times a year where we'll have certain parks, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, where you get a ticket that starts, we'll say it starts at 7 and goes to midnight, but we'll only sell X amount of tickets, which is a very small amount. The ticket is on $149, okay? And you say, oh, I get in there from 7 to midnight. Well, we only sell, I'm not allowed to give it a number, but the number is very small. So basically, you could do the entire Magic Kingdom. Yeah, we don't even do fast passes because you don't need it. Okay.
And all the characters are there too, I'm sure.
Yes, and everything's open, and yes, exactly. Okay, Enchanted Extras, I'm going to talk to you about that, like the Wild Africa trek. I'll touch a little bit on Walt Disney World resorts. There's almost 30 resorts. I'm not going to touch on all of them. I'm touching on some of the best ones. The Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Okay, where literally out your window, a giraffe is right there. Okay, Disney's Boardwalk Inn, where all the action is. That was another news this week, that rumor about Atlantic Dance Hall might go away, which is the last nightclub dancing, and I'm like, no, but I've never been. Yeah. Okay, Disney's Contemporary Resort, one of the originals, right there by the Magic Kingdom. I'm getting a lot ahead, so everyone knows. Okay, moving right along. Grand Floridian, what's it look like in California? What hotel?
The Grand Californian.
No.
Oh.
A non-Disney hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't say New York.
Bingo. Del Coronado. Yeah. Exactly. Disney's Polynesian Village Resort just had a complete makeover. Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Okay. Not on the monorail, but still a little gem there. It's Yacht Beach Club. I opened those in '91, so those are my favorites. With the sand bottom pool, walk to Epcot, take a boat over to Hollywood Studios, or walk if you're really there.
It's a long walk.
Yeah, it's a long walk. Yeah, but you're gonna get your steps in at Walt Disney World. Disney Resort Hotel benefits. Yeah, you're gonna get your steps in. Yeah, any way you look at it, you're gonna get your steps. Yeah, wear a pedometer that day because you're gonna go way over 10,000.
Exactly.
So Disney Hotel Resort benefits. Okay, convenient proximity, only a short trip back to your room, so you can go to the pool. I mean, that's the number one thing I've heard about Disney for years is like, you should start early in the morning, come back in the middle of the day, take a little nap and enjoy the pool, and then go back late at night for all the fireworks or whatever. Complimentary airport service, obviously if you're driving from Amelia Island, that doesn't matter. Resort transportation, internally within, so you could Uber from here to there, and then you wouldn't need a car. That's a long Uber ride. Eligible to the Disney Fast Pass select 60 days, as she said. But I'm going to give you an idea of how you don't have to deal with Fast Passes. Okay, extended theme park hours, extra magic hours. 1 day every day of the week. There's a park, one of the 4, that either open early or stays open late. Just for people that are staying on Disney property. Okay? Disney dining plans, resort hotel entertainment, and of course unique themed accommodations. Just thought I threw this in here. The Four Seasons Resort is located on Disney property, but Sarah can help you with that as well. Okay.
And get virtuoso
It's a
amenities.
virtuoso.
Yes.
Is it separate or is it part of Disney?
All it is separate.
It's
So
kind of like
it is-
Dolphin,
it is
it's
a-
kind of like Dolphin and.
Uh-huh.
and-
Swan.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Where they're under the Marriott family.
Right.
This is under the Four Seasons.
Right.
And they're eligible also to make 60 days, extended theme park hours, extra magic hours, and accommodations with packages through Sarah.
So did they bus you in from the Four Seasons?
Yes.
They have their own bus system.
Would-
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Golf course.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You will like that
Spa.
property a lot.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
beautiful.
Then dining, of course. What a great view. There's California Grill on top of the Contemporary. Yeah. And so that's downtown Orlando, and there's the Four Seasons. Okay, quick service dining, the three types of dining. Well, actually four. Quick service, table service, signature dining, and of course, where you can only get at Disney, character dining. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner with characters all over. It sounds like you've been to every character. So
Pretty much.
Talk to Sarah. Yeah. Then, of course, theme park tickets. There's a regular ticket, and then you can get a ticket with a park hopper, and then you can get a park hopper plus. So a park hopper means that you can go park to park. Okay, if you buy a ticket that's just for one park, you're stuck in that park. If you get the park hopper, you can go, in one day, you can go to all four parks. A park hopper plus adds on water parks, Fantasia Mini Garden, miniature golf, ESPN Wide World of Sports, and the Oak Trail Golf Course.
So the one that they're offering right now for a discounted price, is it a 3-day, is it a park hopper?
It's a 3-day.
I don't think it's a park hopper. They want you to go to 3 different parks.
Yeah.
3, so you can't go to Magic Kingdom twice. You have to go to Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom,
Florida
Epcot,
Residence,
or
yeah.
Magic Kingdom.
So you can't do Magic Kingdom and go to Epcot to eat and then
No,
bounce back to,
No, that's why it's so cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ding, ding,
Okay, then of course, Sarah can help you with 2019 vacation packages. They come with tickets and then the dining plans as well. Combinations of Walt Disney World, 2 to 10 day Walt Disney World theme park tickets, upgradable to there's the Park Hopper or Park Hopper Plus, the Magical Extras, and the Keepsake Luggage Tag. Wow. Yeah, okay. You can't live without that. And then of course, as I mentioned, the Disney dining plans with a resort refillable drink line. Well, there you go.
For little kids, that is key.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, so key.
Yeah. Stay away from the Coke. Yeah. Sprite is our friend. Yes, exactly. Okay, so magical extras are little things that Sarah mentioned, some of them, that you can add onto your package to make it more exclusive. One of my favorite things is, did you know that you can get, for a party of up to 10 people, you can get a float boat from either the Contemporary or the Grand Floridian an hour before the fireworks start at the Magic Kingdom, and it takes you out on the boat, and it takes you out there in the lake. And you're sitting there, literally, they park the boat, and you've got the castle right there. They pipe in the music into the boat, and you don't have to deal with the 80,000 people.
I feel like I
on
should have a lantern to release.
That'd be nice.
Exactly. Yes, Rapunzel, you should.
Or you go to Contemporary, whatever the DVC is, and have drinks.
It's a Bailey Tower, exactly.
That is really cool.
It's really all about drinks with you in it. Okay, things to do. Miniature golf, ESPN, splits to luxury, additional package components, of course, things to add on to the package, which Sarah can help you with if you need a rental car, insurance protection plan, or airfare, which I don't think any of you need. Is there a flight from Jacksonville to Orlando?
Let's hope
Yes.
not.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, I'm sure
There is really?
I wouldn't, but.
Okay.
I think there is.
Enchanting extras, adventures in dining, limited time events, make believe and more, nature experiences, restroom recreation, special occasions, sweet spots, unique access tours, things that you can all talk to Sarah about. Okay. Now, this next thing, number 2 of the 4, is really how you don't have to deal with fast passes. This is what you guys are looking for. The Disney VIP tours. Okay, these are, and I call them kids because most of them are in their 20s and 30s because they're the ones that can last 12 hours a day, every day, and ride all the rides and babysit your kids and whatever. They're for parties up to 10. This starts out, the very first, do you know who the first VIP tour guide was?
Walt Disney.
His name's on the, you're good. So Walt Disney, okay. VIP tours, so they started this because there were so many celebrities back in 1955 that were coming to Disneyland. And so Walt was the first one and everything. They're like, oh, we need this. So they started it. Current internal and external guests. Door to Magic Transportation. So let's say you're staying at the Four Seasons, okay? You can say it's a 7-hour minimum. The price range is anywhere from, I think it's $425 to $625. There's a range. It's all supply and demand. You're going to pay more the week between Christmas and New Year's than you'd pay in the middle of September, okay? You sit in your 7 hours. Let's say you want to start at 9 a.m., okay? They'll pick you up at 9 a.m. So that clock starts at 9 a.m. where they pick you up. So they'll pick you up at your hotel. So don't get on the monorail, don't get on the bus. They'll pick you up in a van or a sedan or something. Depends on the size of your party, okay? You must have a park ticket as well. And it has to be a park hopper, because assuming you're gonna park the hops. Another glass of wine. Okay, so convenient access to Disney theme park. Vehicle types vary based on the party size, obviously. So it's gonna be up to 10 living, human, breathing people. Because if you have a baby, that counts as the 10. So but typically parties are what? 4 or 5. Okay, so it's totally personalized, totally exclusive to you. Okay, resort pickup and drive up, as we mentioned. Okay, maximize your direct access to Fast Pass queues. So they're taking you in the Fast Pass without a Fast Pass. So you could literally do 4 theme parks in one day. Okay, you probably have to do longer than 7 hours. But
So do you have an escort taking you though?
yeah, you've got a guy with you the entire time. So
That's Bruce right there.
Yeah,
Fast.
many years ago I had hair. Yeah, okay. That you'll recognize them if you ever go back now. Hopefully you will. You'll see the kids in plaid. Okay, so it's usually a plaid vest or whatever, and they're the ones. It started out like when Tom Cruise came. Okay, he gets a VIP guide, probably for free. But he's taking you through with his baseball cap and sunglasses to whip through things, so he's not getting inundated. So then they started with it. Oh my gosh, we can charge for this or whatever. So nowadays, when you see people, I always look to say, oh, is it a celebrity? It's usually not. Yeah, it's someone like us. Exactly.
It's becoming a lot more commonplace. I've noticed it a lot.
Exactly, it is coming more. Okay.
So,
yes.
I mean, the fast access comes with that.
Yes.
So when you book the whole thing for us,
Yeah.
So if she books the VIP guide for
rides
no one has to go on and book the Fast Pass.
I probably
Because-
will anyway. I'll probably book a few of them anyway, but they'll be in conjunction with,
Yeah, but with the VIP guide, he just walks up to the Fast Pass guide.
Yes.
And the cast member standing there working knows, because of the plaid, that they walk right in.
So you just say, this is where we want to go next.
Yeah.
So that's
So if you go to Kohl's and get a red plaid.
Yeah.
Walking them in black neck.
It's also superior to regular fast pass because they can get off of a ride and get right back on it, which a lot of kids really want to do.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
a
like, that was cool, can we do it
You can
again?
do that?
but if you have a mixture of
With the VIP,
ages,
yeah.
With the VIP, you
Yes,
can
you
ride
can
that
ride
right
it over and
all
over.
24 hours.
Absolutely.
sure, if you have a mixture of ages,
Where did I
then
miss that?
a 2-year-old and some older ones.
Okay, so
One
parades,
Yeah.
so parade viewing, live shows, splendid nighttime spectaculars, they have special reserved areas. So what you don't know is, if you've never done it before, is that we have certain areas in the parks that are just for the VIP guides. So if we've got 40 VIP guides out in one day, okay, they're obviously not all going to get Epcot, they're all going to Magic Kingdom. Most of them will probably go to Magic Kingdom. There's a reserved area just for them, where you're going to see a bunch of kids in plaid with a bunch of their people that have paid X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
Special reserved areas and house seats to all the shows. So they are these kids. I mean, I've worked with a lot of them on some of the events that I've done. Side note on that: 7 years ago when I came back, I started with Disney 32 years ago. Was there 9 years, left for 17 years, and came back 7 years ago. I had the coolest job in the world. I worked with our affluent department for people that wanted to do events. Okay. Most regular Joe Schmoes don't know about these events. These events, the coolest event I did was a birthday party for $8 million. Okay, for a 30-year-old. Okay.
And 3 people.
Yeah, no, it was actually 44 people, and it was over 8 nights. So it was about $1 million a night. So I worked with these people to do these events and exclusive places all over property. every time they come, they're an all-American family from New Jersey. Everyone asks me, are they from Saudi Arabia?
Mhm.
Are they, no, they are just like us, okay? Well,
Ish.
with a bigger ball. Yeah, just like us. Okay, so the VIP guides have been a big part of my life with working with them because you can't just be any Joe Schmo to be a VIP guide. You have to, have a lot of Disney experience. You'd be a great VIP guide.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Prudently chosen, expertly trained, knowledge, communication, customization. Okay, yeah. Moving on.
That's
Yeah.
right. I've not heard
Okay, that is joking tonight. That's good. Okay. Premium VIP. Tours booked up to 180 days in advance. Okay. Party sizes no more than 10. Okay, they're very strict about that. 11, 10, and a baby. No. If you have that, you need 2 guides. So that's how they do it. Non-dependent of age or affinity. Pricing seasonally from $4.25 to $6.25 per hour with that 7-hour minimum per day. Okay. Per hour.
But that's 10 guests.
10 people.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It typically is only needed for a day,
But
maybe
it's per
2,
group, yeah.
depending on
Yeah,
how much you want to.
So if guess what? There's 10 people right here. You guys buy one guide. Okay, $42.50 for you for the first hour, $42.50 for the second.
My kids don't split it that way.
They weren't very good at that. Okay, so that gives you an idea. So it's so in September, slower time. Okay, that's $6.25 an hour is in between Christmas and New Year's, the busiest time. Okay, so 7-hour minimum.
So
So
is it $4.25 for 10 people?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
No,
But
So
you
you're
can
buying-
have our party of 4, or 5, or 3, or
Yeah.
whatever.
no.
It
so
doesn't
you're
have to be
paying
10.
$14.
No, but I mean, $4.25 for.
It's about $3,000.
3,000.
Divided by 4 people is what? Quick math, carry one.
Not it.
Yeah, $750.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
yeah, the kids are gonna pay.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. That's why they brought you. Exactly. So that gives, okay, this answers so many questions. This is like an extension of Sarah. It's like, Sarah's not going to Magic Kingdom with you.
No.
She probably would. I mean, she
Yeah. Or just meet her there, because she'll probably be there.
But for that price,
Yeah,
we're getting fast access.
fast passes. So you gotta buy a park ticket. So you
Yeah.
get park tickets.
So we gotta buy.
Park tickets.
Yeah.
You get that, they'll pick you up at your resort at 9 o'clock, so that until 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you eat a meal,
Yeah.
okay, I always say, don't waste a meal with your guide. Do the meals, the sit-down meals. Do a quick service when you have a guide. Because if you're sitting there, I mean, the clock's ticking. You've got them from 9. You can't be like, hey, do you want to take 45 minutes off and
Yeah.
eat? No, you can't do that. So you're gonna have 9 to 7 there, 4 o'clock. Okay.
However,
So-
at meals and things, they'll help you, they'll help deal with high chairs and,
Oh yeah.
grab food.
It's like having a
refills.
concierge with you,
Right.
and they're just for you. Okay. So if you like that, whole,
That picture.
yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't even. Okay. So there's your plaid. Okay. Okay. So ultimate set of tours are if you like that personalized, but it's not just for you. So we'll do groups of up to 10 or 20. This obviously it's $349 per person. Group setting is 9 attractions, 3 parks. So there's 3 different types. Ultimate Day of Thrills. Okay, so if you've got a teenager that wants, oh my gosh, I want Space Mountain type stuff all along. Okay, lunches include transportation, ideal for adventure seekers. Set them up Sunday, Tuesday, and Fridays. So it's only 3 days, and then $349 per person. Okay.
So you're with another group.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other
Yes.
people, yeah.
Typically it's like a group of 20.
Yeah.
So okay. Same thing with Ultimate Day of Classics. So there's your classic Disney stuff. You're gonna go on Small World and Peter Pan and those
Okay, I
things.
need more wine.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what have been on that one?
This one.
Way beyond my budget.
So that's for the smaller kids then?
That's good.
Yes,
Yes,
that one
yes,
doesn't have
yes,
the
yes,
type
yes, yes.
requirement.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right, and
Okay.
they can ride on anything.
Right, exactly. No height restrictions, whatever. And then nighttime adventures as well. 7 nights a week, you get the VIP showing. Here's at Animal Kingdom. Okay, so that's VIP tours. Any questions?
So the 7 hours, I mean, you could make it from 3 o'clock till,
Yes, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a minimum. So you could do 12
so
hours.
you could do,
Only
Okay,
afternoon.
that's the
and
minimum,
evening.
okay.
If they
Yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
sleep in and do pool school time in the morning,
Yes.
you could arrive at 3 o'clock when, you know, everybody
You
else
could
is
have-
getting
And do
tired.
3
4 hours in the morning and then you can have to come back.
Right, exactly. Now, I have heard
4
that
hours.
if you, let's say you did 9 a.m. for 7 hours before, they'll give you a pass that gets you in the reserved area at night. So even though you're not with your guide, you just paid a lot of money.
Yeah,
At least they can. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Okay. Okay, so other questions, VIP tours. Moving along.
So the fast access, for what they're gonna do, you're not gonna sit in those long lines.
No.
You'll immediately get in.
Well, not immediately, but fast pass.
There's a wait for the fast pass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
fast
How long is
Yeah.
it?
But it's not a.
But it's-
Fast pass is only like a 5-minute wait, it's not some expensive.
right, it's not like if you see, because every time you walk into a ride, it says
Yeah.
fast pass wait,
Right.
if you have a fast pass.
Yeah.
And then, what's the other term?
Standby.
Standby, which is us people that didn't have a Sarah that do our fast pass.
Okay.
Okay, next up is Adventures by Disney. These are the guided tours all over the world, okay? Okay, so first off, we're gonna start with,
No, I'm fine, thank you.
okay, 35 itineraries, 30 countries, 6 continents, okay? So these are literally all over the world. I was talking to Ann and Bill about this. These are the kind of adventures, they're once in a lifetime, okay? There are many people that save up for many years. We've done all the research. The average annual income of someone that does something like this starts at $150,000. So someone like me wouldn't be on it unless I'm training. Yeah, there you go. like my Disney cruise I leave for a Monday. Yeah, exactly. Okay, it's guided group travel. It's a groups of anywhere from 20 to 40 people. Okay, so you're with others that you don't know, but all I hear is you become fast friends because you're with other families.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like-minded travelers.
exactly, with families in mind. Okay, just show up, hassle-free travel. That's okay. Iceland. That's one of the. Okay, Japan. Active hands-on and immersive experiences. Then you can imagine the name Disney has a little power all over the world. I think it was either the #1 or #2 most recognizable brand in the world. Okay, behind I think it was Coca-Cola. I think. Okay. So anyway, you get the idea. Okay, there's a tour in Italy. Okay, we have access to the Vatican late at night. Okay, no one else has that. So imagine the Pope gets his call. Yeah, Mickey's on the line too. Wants to set up a tiller. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Japan. Okay, and then Rhine River cruise with authentic storytelling. So we immerse you in whatever city or country or whatever you're. Okay, Cambodia, VIP service, insider access, adventure guides. For every group, there's 2 adventure guides. One is typically someone that usually, because these are usually summertime. Usually a VIP guy that works in the Magic Kingdom, moonlights and does this. And the second guy is usually someone from that country, so a local. So much is included. All tickets, admissions, and activities. All internal transportation, which means you're going to get there, but once you get there. All local gratuities. 2+ Disney trained adventure guides on every trip. Special activities just for junior adventurers. Highly rated city center accommodations, snacks and water, luggage service, airport meet and greets and transfers, river cruising, which is another part of it. So basically for river cruising, Disney charters with AMA Waterways, which I'm sure the two of you know what that is. So where we charter the entire ship. So the entire ship is people on a Disney adventure. Okay. Daily multiple excursion options, guide gratuities, all onboard meals, unlimited local wine, beer, and soft drinks. Daily bottled water in your stateroom, and onboard Wi-Fi. Okay.
Sounds Wallace Pierson travel style.
Exactly. Land packages, 25 itineraries, domestic and international. London and Paris. Popular, Italy, there's your Vatican. Costa Rica. Yeah, you're not going to get me doing that. You've done it? Yeah. Yeah, I did it in Cabo and never again. No thanks. Okay, and then you've got river cruising versus ocean cruising. We'll talk about ocean cruising shortly, but river cruising, destination with a floating hotel. Danube River Cruise, Rhine River Cruise, and all new, the same river. And I think I heard that the Rhone River is coming. Yes. Disney Cruise Line packages, Adventures by Disney packages, onboard Disney Cruise Line. Mediterranean Magic, Magic of Northern Europe, VIP treatment, onboard experiences, port experiences. So you're on a Disney cruise line, on a Disney cruise, but you're taking advantage of these things through Adventures by Disney. Then next up is short escapes with 10 itineraries from Southern California to Rome to Copenhagen to Barcelona. Those are bookable on their own, but what we did was we created them so that they're in conjunction with a Disney cruise. So it's like pre or post. So you did say you booked the 7-day Mediterranean. Well, just so happens that it ends on August 10th. Well, guess what we have starting on August 10th is the short escape of Italy. Okay, 2019 short escapes. Short escapes can be booked as a quick getaway vacation or a pre-stay before your Disney cruise line. Get a taste of the best of each destination has to offer with these hand-selected unique experiences. So, Disneyland in Southern California, that's a great one for the Disney aficionado. You should probably go on that. San Francisco, okay. I put it, I think the next slide I put it in. New York, Winter, Wyoming, and Boston is something new we added. Okay, Boston, give you an idea. Highlights, an after hours at Boston Tea Party, ships and museum, privately guided rowing experience on the Charles River, after hours visit to the Old North Church, clam bake activities on Thompson Island, Freedom Trail tour with costume guides. So it's an immersive experience. So if you go to Boston, these might be things that you're like, if I'm going to Boston, how cool would it be? I mean, I'm like, oh my gosh, really? The Boston Tea Party thing? That sounds really cool. Okay, accommodations, you stay at nice hotels, the Westin Copley Place, airport, you obviously fly into Logan, and then it comes with 1 breakfast, 2 lunches, and 2 dinners. Minimum age is 4, suggested minimum age is 6. So we'll tell you a minimum age. Like, yeah, like think about the one in China. Do you want a 2-year-old walking on the Great Wall? No. Okay, this is the one, this is the one I just added this in. This is the New York Short Escape. How cool is this? The New York tour. See iconic sights in the city that never sleeps. Okay, a Good Morning America backstage visit. Because Disney owns ABC television. Hello? Okay, so that's how we got that. Go behind the scenes on an exclusive VIP tour of ABC's popular morning show. A Broadway workshop experience. Take center stage as you learn music and dance. See Disney's Frozen. Times Square. Enter the heart of the city and treat your senses with vibrant sights and sounds. Live at the Tenement. Private lunch at the Tenement Museum. 9/11 Memorial Museum. One World Trade Center. New Amsterdam Theater Tour. John's Pizzeria. I don't know how that looks. But you get the idea. 2, 3, 4 days, but to experience New York. Okay. Short escapes, international. London, Copenhagen, Barcelona, Rome, and Vancouver. Of course, all places where Disney cruise ships go. London, 3 days, 2 nights. I don't know how many that's like. Westminster Abbey, private viewing of the Crown Jewels. Tower of London.
It's in British.
High-speed boat ride on the Thames. Yes, exactly. We're going to do that one. Same with that one. Okay, so weird. Vancouver. Stanley Park bike ride. Granville Island market visit. So Vancouver, 3 days, 2 nights.
And the Fairmont waterfront?
Yeah. Okay, next up, Disney Cruise Line. Okay, so award-winning product. I'm not going to make okay, what's new? We've got 3 new ships coming.
Really?
2021, 2022, 2023. Okay, 221 is a big year at Disney because it's our 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. A lot of stuff, new stuff opening. If you've been to Epcot recently, you're walking up to the big golf ball spaceship Earth. On the left, you see this huge building. It's like, what is that?
Monstrosity.
A monstrosity. It's the new Guardians of the Galaxy. It'll be the longest indoor roller coaster in the world. Yes. So.
Are they doing smaller ships or not? Are they just gonna go with the same size?
Yeah. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. Beauty and the Beast, obviously on the Disney Dream. Star Wars Command Post for the kids. Marvel Superhero Academy.
Well, this is the fantasy though.
Yeah, the fantasy. Tiffany and Company on the ship. Okay.
When did that get added?
Yeah, a couple years. Yeah. Rapunzel's Royal Table. There you go, Rapunzel. Let down your hair. Cove Cafe for coffees. All that's included. wide range of course, entertainment, spacious staterooms. There you go. Spacious and suites. They got the double bathroom, which everyone loves that for getting ready.
Do they have a private nanny suite?
For Mary Poppins. Yeah, exactly.
They do have nanny service.
They do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, do you need it? Because you. Well, you mean for the little babies?
Yeah, if you wanna
Oh
go
yeah,
dinner,
of course.
babies.
Yes, with cribs and all that stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
Themed kids clubs from 3 to 12, 12 to 14, 14 to 17. All adult, the deck party. Seriously, when I went to Disney Dream 3, that was the most fun night.
That was fun.
Was the most. I mean, yeah. Now we went to Party City before and bought a bunch of stuff. They'll give you like an eye patch and a bandana in your room. But we wanted to go a little more out. Yeah.
Oh, a lot of people do.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my
It's
gosh.
amazing how they.
Some of them are like,
how many-
really?
How they deck their doors out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and stuff.
Those are probably be able to cruise all the time. And they're like, oh, bring the costume, you know. And some of them are bring the tux, this is bring the pirate costume. Especially themed cruises, of course. Star Wars Day at Sea for those Star Wars fans. It's a cruise on the 7th day where one of the days of the 7 days, the whole place decks out and their characters, Star Wars characters, stormtroopers and everything. So if you're a Star Wars nut, and if you're not, it's only one day. Same thing with Marvel. Same thing, Marvel Day at 6.
They don't have life jackets, but they all just.
Yeah, they don't swim, they fly.
It's fine.
Okay. The seasonal events, Halloween on the high seas or the very merry time, Christmas time, the carolers, then of course the itineraries. Oh, I'll go through this one. Port Canaveral, I did, because that's our home one here. With 3 Disney ships in port and cruise lengths from 3, 4, and 7 days, vacationers looking for a getaway have a wide, full menu of options from Port Canaveral. Every sailing includes a day at Castaway Cay, where only Disney Cruise Line guests can enjoy spectacular fun. So Port Canaveral being our home base here. Spring 2020, we're going to cruise out of New Orleans, the Bahamas and the Caribbean, and it's in conjunction with Mardi Gras. There you go. They say a lot of New Orleans people are going to get on it to get out of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Land and sea packages, where you can basically take a cruise and then comes into Port Canaveral. We'll do the hour ride on the bus you over to Walt Disney World. Worry-free vacation.
Or your Wallace Pierson travel people could put you in a private transfer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah, not
Got the best
cattle
of
or
both
bus.
worlds, thankfully.
Yeah, talk to Sarah. I love having you along. Call Sarah Adams, Disney exclusive specialist. Okay.
We know where to find
Thank you. Yeah, I'll leave that back up.